All right, so let me tell you a quick story. For those of you who don't know, I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, but I really primarily grew up in between the city of Baltimore and the suburb of DC, a small city called Germantown, Maryland. And so on the weekends, every weekend, I would go to church in Baltimore. And in the summer times, during like middle school, I would spend my summers in Baltimore on Cherry Hill Road and Moreland Avenue. If any of y'all know those areas, you can imagine in your mind what they look like. But then during the weekday and during the school year, I would live in Germantown, Maryland, which is very different from Baltimore, Maryland. And so one of the reasons why brand is really interesting to me, why I think about it a lot, is because I had to understand it for myself at a personal level. When I was in Baltimore, a lot of times some of the kids would tell me when I was younger, you think you're better than us, you talk white, you talk too proper, blah, 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 blah. Just silly stuff like that. When I was in Germantown as a kid, I didn't see that many people that looked like me. And I actually was looking for that in that environment. And so I really lived between these two different worlds where I was trying to find myself and see where I fit in to the world. And at some point, I just had to come to terms with, who do I want to be? And the answer is me. I can be someone who is familiar with the areas of Baltimore and be in that environment, but I can also be somebody who can be myself and be unique in a different environment, even if the people there don't all look like me. And I just continue to lean into who I wanted to be, my strengths, my creativity. And now I can proudly say, after growing through that I'm happy to mix in all these different places that I've been. Maryland, Baltimore, Germantown, Ohio, now Atlanta. So that's why I probably don't really have any distinct accent. Unless I get real excited, then the Baltimore might come out a little bit. But it's really about, how do I want to be perceived? Who do I want to be? And that's what brand is about. How do you want to be perceived? Who do you want to be? And are you going to be willing to tell the truth about who you are so that people can decide if they want to rock with you or not? Are you going to fake it, or are you going to be for real? And so I think at the core of what brand is, it's about telling the truth about who we are as a company or as a person. Am I being authentically me? Meaning, I'm not giving you a facade or a mask. This is just actually me. And then you get to decide if you want to engage with me or not. But I'm not going to waste your time faking it, and then you find out later that it wasn't a real experience. And so when it comes to brand, break it down very simply into, how do you want to be perceived so that you can enhance the mission of your organization, your product, your service, whatever that may be. And then do your best to be that. And if you don't know who that is, then you got to do some internal work to find out who you want to be. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.